Good morning. I hope you can see a slight difference in me. I can feel it. This is day 3 of the fast, and day 2 was tough. You've got to be honest, it was tough. Hopefully, if you got through it, you can start this with me again today. The idea is to make a decision each day. We're just going to do this, and there'll be struggles, but by now you'll have understood the benefits of this. You should have weighed yourself today, and you will realise the effectiveness of this weight loss over even a short period of time. And they're quite shocking. The results are very dramatic. And, I remember, a while ago where you could buy somebody was advertising some drink on television or the radio that you could buy for $10 per week and you were guaranteed weight loss. You don't have to spend any money doing this. It's just refraining from having any calorific intake at all. And, there's no promise about how much you're going to lose, but you're going to feel better. You can go to the site, defineme.com, and there's a blog where I've written a diary every day. And I'll be doing this, so that people can come to it. And please ask me questions if you're unsure. And I'll explain everything to you in detail more in the blog. I'll refer to it sometimes when I'm talking here. But this isn't really about that, because otherwise I'll just be reading off my notes and off my pages. After a few days, probably 6 or 7, but that's in the future, you're going to drop a shirt size or a dress size, and you're going to feel so much better. You'll have a different level of confidence. People are going to look at you. They're going to say, "Wow, what's happened to you? What have you done?" And your life will be defined completely differently. We will, at the end of the fast, talk about how we maintain the weight loss, or just put on a small percentage, and then we maintain that, because you can't fast for the rest of your life. But this Define Me is all about how I feel. How can I improve my life? How can I be a better person? Am I going to look good? Am I going to feel good? Once I start looking better, once I've washed all the toxins out of my body with water, I'm automatically starting to feel healthier. And I feel that today. And it's a wonderful feeling. Now, there's difficulties. One of the most important difficulties is we'll address this. And I'll ask you this question. Please answer this after day 3. Have you discussed this with with people, friends, family, workmates, or peers in general? And it's I'm going to call it an exhaustive experience that they do not and cannot understand. Incredible difficult mental leap for an individual to accept the idea that not eating could help reap psychological benefit the body and occasional psychological benefit for the mind. You're never going to persuade them. You between a rock and a hard place. They'll tell you it's destructive. They'll tell you it's unhealthy. There's a common belief amongst everybody who's ever done this or tried this before that to withhold a daily caloric intake, i.e. food, is to introduce or welcome disease, depression, weakness, faintness, and death. I mean, they'll go to that extreme. You're going to die. You're going to die. It's been 3 days. You're not going to die. I mean, you're going to catch all sorts of disease. How the hell are you going to? You've got more diseases by buying fruit from the shops that hasn't been washed properly. It's basically a simple ignorance and misinformation, and they don't want to look into the true benefits of this, or they may even get a little bit envious of the fact that you're actually doing this and losing weight. People fear what they really don't know. It's the fear of the unknown that always scares people. And if you wish to advise me, you can tell people, if you want to join me, I'll help you do this. And they'll just say, look, just wait a few days, don't say anything, don't judge me. And then after 4, 5, 6 days maybe, then talk to me again. If you have a trusted friend, this is always a good one. And I do this, especially in the ones I've done over the years, but this is always beneficial to me, especially if it's your first fast, and even your 10th fast. And I do this once a year. Grab a trusted friend who's going to be very cooperative and is not going to condemn you or slam you and try their hardest to make you eat. And the advantage of having somebody who you feel at ease with is they will be, they can completely understand the emotions and difficulties of a given day that you might be having. It can't be overstated. You are going to have different things to talk about and different emotions and different difficulties. And if they know what you're going through, if it's a partner, if it's just a close friend, or it's a wife or husband, and they'll have a more of an understanding that and an acceptance of the state of mind you might be in, because it can go from euphoric to downright miserable, especially at night, and especially on that second day. I go back to the second day. This is the third day. This is a so much easier day. The overall comfortability with the process tends to have lost, over the 2 days it was really uncomfortable. Today you seem to have lost that uncomfortability, and you become very, very at ease with yourself. The very little thought, for me, I can only talk for myself, but this normally happens with other people I've spoken to, very little thought is given to the absence of food, and hunger is borderline non-existent. And through the remainder of your fast, you will now find this is a common condition, that it's not even on the mind, once you get through day 3 especially. And the freedom that is associated with this perception and what elation, you'll welcome it. To not feel hunger or compulsion to eat only serves to, how should we put it, to punctuate the effectiveness of your pursuit. And